Hello, this is Clarice Mertz, the Brazilian one, and today we are doing some fabric flowers. Last week I went to Walmart and I show you the fabric that I bought, and this is the one, let me get. So I bought this pink satin. It was $1.99 a yard, and I bought this one too. This one is a sheer fabric. I didn't use this one yet, so the flowers I'm doing will be with this one here. So let me show you the flowers first, and then we'll see how I did. I got this inspiration in the channel DIY Mommy, but she did some poems. Mine is not really a poemy. I think it's between a rose and poemy, but I think it's beautiful. So let me show you. Look how they turn out. I think this is so beautiful, and I put in a tissue paper because I will give it as a gift. So beautiful. So let's see how I did it. So the first thing I did was my pattern. The way I did, I drew a rectangular that measure 5.5 by 3.5, and I did my petals a little bit smaller than this rectangular, just for you to have an idea the size of my petal. The size really doesn't matter because depends the size you want your flowers to be. So I did this, and then I drew something like this. In my pattern number 2, I did this. I make a rectangular 3.5 by 4. And I did, this one is number 2, pattern number 2, and this one is a box of 2 by 3.5, and this is pattern number 1, that is in the middle of the flower. So I did this, and I will put a picture of this in the box to help you out. And this, let me get a flower here. And to do this part of the flower, I did a very big one because I like big. I drew a box 4 by 4, and I make a circle, and then I just pull these petals, and it is not perfect, it's very, it's very forgiving, so you don't need to worry. I don't know how to draw, but I was able to do this. And then to do the leaves, I make a box 7.5 by 7, and I just draw the leaves on it. Okay? So then I cut my petals, and the 3 first one, I will cut 6 of each one, and this one, I will cut 4 of them, okay? So what do you need? You need hot glue, fabric, flower wire, styrofoam balls, a string any kind, needles, floral tape, and I think that's it. And then when I'm doing, if I miss something, you see it. Okay, so let's see how to do it. So the first thing I will do, I will cut my fabric. I will fold it like this, and I will cut it 2 by 2. And you can cut more at once, but I rather do just 2. I will put a needle here, And it doesn't need to be perfect, it's just to have an idea the size of the petals. So you cut. So here I have 2. I will cut 6 of this one, and this one. 6 of those, and 4 of the little one, and 4 of this one. Okay? So let me cut all and I come back. So here I have all my petals cut, and now I will burn them to then become like this. So I will get my shiny part of the fabric and I will put the shiny part on the fire. Just, you don't need to touch, just go very close to it. And they become a petal like this. So I will continue to burn my petals and I come back to show you how to put it together. It is really fun to do, very easy and very forgiving, like almost all my projects here. If you burn your petals like this one, you can cut and burn again, or you can leave it like this, because I think a little black there even give you a little charm. But I will cut here and burn again just for you to see it. So this part is burned. So I cut out and I come here and I burn it again. Just like this. So I will continue to do and I come back to show you how to put it together. So here I have all my petals burned, and now let's do the flower. I have here a little ball, a styrofoam ball, and my measure 35 millimeter. I will get a floral wire that mine is green. I bought it at Dollar Tree. But if you don't have a green, you can put a tape around it. So I will cut a piece here, a size that I think is okay for my caule stem. Depends on the vase that you use. So I will put a little bit of hot glue on my wire here, and I will put it here on my bowl. And I will put a little bit more glue here just to secure it. Now I will get a piece of fabric and I will cover my ball. I will get a piece of string and I will tie it here. You cut the leftover here. I will pull a little bit if you have extra fabric here, and it will be like this. this is our start point. Now you got the smallest petals, and that I cut 4, and I will glue it here with hot glue. So I will put hot glue here in the bottle. And I will glue it here. Then I got like in the middle of the petal, and I will put my next one here. And I will glue it. And next one. And the last one. And if you want, you can put a little bit of glue here on top. This one seems like I need to put, and sometimes I don't need to put. They just stay close together. So this one I will put just a bit of hot glue here on top. So it's like this. And this way is the way you do the bud. So we will do the flowers. So now I will continue with the second smallest petal. And this part of the petal goes on top, and this part goes in the bottom, okay? So it's like this part will be in the bottom. So I will glue this petal over here to be like this. And always you overlap it in the middle of the last petal that you put. And I'm gluing here 6 petals. Look, and you have one more. Now I go to the third size of the petals. The same thing. I will do where it met, like here, I will put my next one. Like so. Look, here has a little burn that I think is cool, so I will leave it here. If you don't want this, you cut and you burn again. So I continue to do, and I come back. So here I finish. Now I'm going to the last size of petals, and you can do any size you want. I want them big, so I'm using more 6 adults here. So just the same, and I come back in a few minutes to show it ready. So here I glue all my petals, and depends on the fabric you use, your petals can be like this. So you can put a dot of hot glue here to keep it like this. So I will put a little bit of hot glue, and two little, and just glue it. So now I will cut this part. So it is like this. To do the green part over here, you can use some from all the flowers that you have. You can just glue it here. Or you can do it with fabric that I will do to show you how I did. I make a pattern like this. This is very big and I like big. If you want, you can do it smaller. I will cut it in this green fabric that I got at Walmart. It is a synthetic and it doesn't shred too much. So I will cut one. Actually, I will cut two because I'm doing a bud too. So I will cut and I come back. So I have it here and I will glue it over here. So I will put a little bit of glue. If you need, you can overlap it and then cut the last one, like here. I overlap and you can cut this one. Or you just work around and see how it works better for you. Actually, I think I don't need to cut here. Just glue this part here. And now I glue a little bit each one. I didn't glue until the end because I like these little points like this. So here we have our flower, and if you want, you can put a green tape around, and I think it's so beautiful. And if you want to do smaller, you just put less petals. So now I will do the bud, and it's the same way. I did this already, and now I will glue 4 little petals here. So I will do and I come back. So here I glue the petals. And I will cut here just the way I did with the flower. And now I will glue the green part the same size I did in the flower. The same way. Okay? Just one I overlap here. So I will cut the one that is under. And now I will glue it as I did like I did with the flower, just until the middle of it. Just a dot in the middle here. And here you have your little bud. So now I will do the leaves. I have some leaves from poems that I took out from this arrangement that I did over there. I didn't want any green on it, so I took the leaves and I can use it, or I can do with fabric. So I will teach you how I did my leaves with fabric. So I get this pattern and I draw in a paper, and I have coffee spill in my pattern here. And I cut it in a fabric, the same fabric, a green fabric. And I have it 2 sizes, a bigger and a smaller. And what I do, I get this very thin wire, flowers wire, and I cut in the middle. I will take the black thing from it for you to be able to see better. So I have half of wire, and I will measure my wire like this and curve it like a little bit, and I will glue it with hot glue since the very beginning here in my leaves. So I will put my glue. Then I will do here the other part of the leaf, the same thing. Put some glue in my wire. And I will put the whole one in the middle. The size of your wire depends how you want it to be, the size you want it to be. And now you twist the three of them together. And you come with a flower tape, and you just twist it together. I will start with a little bit of hot glue here, just to give you some start. And I will wrap it around. If you want to wrap it around your flower, you can put and continue doing. I'm doing them separate. I put a little bit of glue here in the end. And here, with the hot glue, the finish is not perfect. So it's not too beautiful. You can glue a tape in this side too, just to cover up a little bit the glue. So let's do that. So here in the end, you cut the extra here. And you just wrap this little end here. So with this tape, the finish is more beautiful. So now you shape your leaves. Here they are, what you just did is so beautiful. I am in love with my flowers. And this one is a little bit smaller. Depends on how many petals you put on the flowers. And for this video not to be too long, I want to come back next week and see how we can put it in a vase to be really beautiful. So let me put in the vase just to show you what is not supposed to do, and then next week I come back to give you some tips in how to have a beautiful vase with your fabric flowers. So let me put this in a vase. So I put my flowers here in a vase, and it doesn't look beautiful at all. It's a lot of flowers, but it's not a good way to do it. I will not do this today because if not, the video will be too long. So Thursday I come back giving you some tips on how to make a beautiful arrangement in your vase. With 1 yard, I made 5 flowers, the big ones, okay? So I hope you liked this video. If you did, give me a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel. See you Thursday with tips on how to choose your vase and make it very beautiful. Bye!